Okay, let's go over this one. We have, this is LL3. LL3. So I see there's a lot of problems here. So we encouraged Mr. Marshall to join the committee. So complete the sentence with the best pronoun. Mr. Marshall is he. It's a male. Just one person. So the pronoun they can replace will be him, not them. Because if you say them, it has to be plural. But Mr. Marshall is just one person. The doctor said to the nurses say, so the nurses are directed towards, the doctors are talking to nurses. Instead of saying nurses, you do have to say you, right? You, plural, is still you. So doctor said to the nurses, like if you're a doctor, you're referring to them, right? So you guys saved the patient's life. And that's because we have a quotation mark. So careful, whenever you see quotation mark, the nurse is being directed by the doctors, and if you're a doctor, you say you guys, right? You saved. Best pronoun. Beth asked the salesperson, can you show Beth? Okay, again, Beth is the person who is asking, can you show me? Not him. Beth is a girl here. Again, pay attention when you see a quotation mark. She's referring to herself, so you have to say, can you show me? Now, we don't say myself because it's not like, can I show myself? No, right? So the subject in the quotation mark is you. Therefore, I is being used as an object in the sentence. So object case becomes me from I. I is a subjective case. Me is an objective case. Subject is you can show me. Now Beth is the one who's asking and she's referring to herself. We have to say me. Uncle Scott shoots arrows. Now there's no quotation mark here. Now arrows is a plural. No, you don't say it. It would be arrow. But if you see s at the end, it's a plural. So plural pronoun for the objective case should be them from they. A skunk tried to spray Rick and me. Me is involved here. Rick and me. So it will be us. Because including yourself or myself, there is another person, Rick. There's a plural we. We becomes us. So the aquarium at school is full of toads and frogs. Now there's no quotation mark around. Toads and frogs would be them. It's a plural. You don't say it. It's not a single toad. It's not a frog. We have toads and frogs. Has to be plural. Jill asked, okay, so we got the quotation mark, so you have to be extra careful. Jill asked Mrs. Atkinson, will you show me? Because she's referring to herself. Will you show me how to make apple crisp? Okay, before now, my cousins. Okay, my cousin plural. Okay. Before now, my cousin. Now this is used as a subject. Because after the subject we have verb such as had never experienced, although the word never is an adverb. Had experienced is a verb, and typically the subject comes before the verb, typically. So my cousins here is the subject, it's the focus of the sentence. So the subjective case of my cousin is they. It's a third person plural as a subject case. It should be they. Now you don't say he. The only time you might say he is my cousin, not cousins. Okay, let me go a couple more. And the engineer on TV says okay, now quotation mark, right? And it is referring to himself. So let me show you the new design. Okay, you have to think yourself an engineer, and if you're referring to the engineer myself, then I'll say let me show you the new design. Okay, last question here. The customer asked the salesperson, how much do salesperson, again, salesperson is used as an object and we have a quotation mark. So be extra careful that, okay, customer is asking salesperson, how do you, right? You, because he's referring to salesperson in direct quote. So we have to say, how much do you charge for delivery? Okay, if we go over some more exercise here, a herd of cows is used as a subject, so you have to say a herd of them. And the reason why we have them here is that you have of here, the prepositions. After the object, after the preposition, the pronoun is always used as object case. Okay, so a herd of them, referring to cows, ate grass in the pasture. A person standing in line behind Rebecca and me, behind us. It's a plural, including me. So when you say plural me, it's a we, and since it's used after the preposition behind, you have to say object case, we becomes us. So the person standing in line behind us was talking loudly on the phone. The sheriff told the driver, okay, the driver. Sheriff told the driver. So sheriff is referring to, hey, you drove too quickly. The magician astonished means surprised. Eddie and me astonish us. Objective case because it's used after the verb. Me, Eddie, plural us. Plural we becomes us. Okay, in America, prisoners, they. It's not them because it's used as a subject. Okay, we have a quotation mark. Ron asked the ranch hand, can I? Because Ron is the one who is asking, can I saddle up this horse?